today. Now, I'm applying what we call clown white. This makeup, all clowns use clown white in some way, shape, or form. But in the old days, the clowns couldn't go and buy their makeup from a makeup store. Clowns actually had to make this makeup. To make this makeup, it was pretty simple. They used a white grease that your moms and dads cook with. They make popcorn with it, Crisco. They would melt it down into an oil. They'd mix in a white powder called zinc oxide. The zinc oxide, that powder, they would make it into a paste like this. And that powder is the same ingredient that you use all the time during the summer when you put on sunscreen. Put sunscreen on and some of it is thicker than others, and you see people with white noses on the ski resorts. That's the same thing I'm putting on right now. It is also the same ingredient that they put in baby butt paste. So I'm putting baby butt paste on my face right now, and I really, really like it. I have no rashing, nothing. It's really, really nice. Now this makeup doesn't have any flavor, doesn't have any taste, so it's not like disgusting or anything like that. I'm just smearing it on. And once it's on, I pat it, I tap it, and I make all the finger streaks go away, because again, as a clown, I'm not going to want to be creepy looking. I want to be attractive looking. I want to be clean and neat. So I'm patting the makeup. It's making all the fingerprints, all the finger streaks go away, making the makeup clean and neat. Okay, so now, in the circus, there are 3 different kinds of circus clowns. The first kind of clown that you'll hear about is called the white-faced clown. In the old days of the Ringling Brothers Circus, here on this street, right here, the greatest show on earth, largest circus created in America, they hired 100 clowns with their circus. Now, this theater holds 60 seats. So when I put busloads of people in here around the outside, that's about 100 people. That's how many clowns were in one circus. And the children would run to the circus. From their farms, from their homes, they would run to the circus to see the wild animals, the elephants, the hippos, the ostriches, the tigers, the lions, you name it, lots of animals. But they ran to the circus to see the clowns, because the clowns were funny. They were not creepy. You can say that clowns are weird, silly, goofy, funny, odd, but not creepy, not scary. So when you go home after this and you go back to school this year, if you talk to your friends about the circus, tell them about the clown and say, that clown's funny. That's what I'm hoping to hear today, because I have the most fun job on the planet. My job is to make you laugh, not to scare you. So as a good clown, I'm not going to chase you, okay? I'm not going to, I might go swimming. So now I've got my makeup. The white-faced clown will take this clown white, they'll put it on their hands, they'll smear it down their face, down their neck, around the back of their neck, around their ears, and in their ears too. Gross. And they pat it on. And they're completely white-faced. There's an excellent example of a poster out here when you leave. A lot of posters of white-faced clowns. There were 100 clowns in the circus. 80% of those clowns in the old days were white-faced clowns. A lot of the reason is that was the makeup that they had. That was the popular style of the time. The white-faced clown is the clean clown. Very, very pretty clown, very elegant clown. Their wardrobe and their costuming, such as my friend Tammy Parrish right here. Very talented white-faced clown that I worked with on Ringling Brothers back all during the 80s. Very funny clown. She's very, very funny, but she's very, very pretty. Her wardrobe is very brightly colored, full of applique, embroidery, rhinestones, sequins. The white-faced clown, being an elegant clown, is kind of like the Liberace of clowns. And they're really, really brightly colored and elegant. They're the smart clown. So they're not the kind of clown that you're going to see falling down in a puddle of mud. Okay, this clown, if Tammy fell in a puddle of mud, I would be laughing. She would not think it was funny because her wardrobe is so fancy. It's so incredibly beautiful. Now, the thing that you will see a white-faced clown doing, they're the boss clown. They tell everybody else what to do. They're in charge. But they're also a skill clown. They're very, very talented at different things like magic, juggling, unicycle riding, storytelling, joke telling. Unlike me, my jokes are like, singing and dancing, acrobatics. Tammy Parrish right there, couple great skills. She's a very talented musician. And so what she would do, she played a lot of instruments. So she was a one-man band. She would play her accordion. She had a harmonica, and she had a drum on her back, and she had drum up top with cymbals, and between her knees, dum, dum, dum. And she would march around and play her music and sing and dance. And the children would dance all around her. It was really, really beautiful. And the kids would sing, and it was fun. That's the one thing she did. Another thing she is very talented at is she's a talented dog trainer. And she trained one of her little dogs named Ethel to tear things down. That's kind of funny. She would put up a clothesline and she would hang up her clothes in the ring. And the little dog would come from out of nowhere, jump up, grab the clothes, and tear them off the clothesline and knock them on the ground. Well, this didn't make her happy. So she would chase the little dog around and she would try to stop that little dog from doing it. Well, she'd try to catch the dog in the basket. Ethel would jump through the hoop. And eventually, in the end, Ethel, the little dog, would jump up, bite her in the butt, tear her dress off, and leave her standing there in her underwear. That's the kind of things that happens to a white-faced clown. One last white-faced clown that I like to recognize is my friend John Russell. John is from Appleton, Wisconsin. And his skill in the circus, specifically what he did the most, is he's a stilt walker. Now, I too am a stilt walker. I was a stilt walker. I retired it. But I walked 7-foot stilts. My stilts are across in the other building you're going to go to. And they're about from here down to the floor. John would walk 13 shows a week, 4 times per show. His stilts were 14 feet tall. So that's the ground to the blocks on the ceiling. That's where he stood. And he's a 6-foot man. And when he walked by, like I just saw people in here, they went, I heard, oh my God, yeah. When he walked by, you went, wow. And there were like 6 of us in line. I was the short one. And John would go by. Now John, he did one more thing that was astounding. He took one more step. He broke the world record for walking stilts. To give you an idea of how crazy a white-faced clown is, this clown, John. Today, when you're out on our grass lawn out front here and you see our flying trapeze net set up, those metal poles that are holding up the net, those poles are 30 feet tall. His stilts were 33 feet tall. So they put an extra platform up there. He stood up there, and like she just did, we all went. And he did it in Madison Square Garden. He broke the world record. And then the media said, hey, that was really great. Can you take it outside and do it on 34th Street and 8th Avenue? And he did. Took those long stilts down the ramps and put them outside. He got up on a cherry picker. Now keep in mind, he did this with no safety devices, no cables, nothing. If you fall from that height, you're going to hurt yourself bad. So as a clown, we don't always do things that are funny. Sometimes we do things that are amazing, scary. Did I tell you I have the most fun job in the world? Today in the circus tent, I get to write all my material, everything I do, And you're gonna see me do some things over there that are like, cuckoo, you know, like, but you're gonna say, I wish I could do that. And it's really, really fun. And it's not always safe. I'll tell you, boy, do I get to have the most fun in this room. I'm the guy that, I'm the class clown. All right, I'm patting this makeup, making all the finger streaks go away. I'm not slapping myself silly. Now, the second kind of clown in the circus is called an August clown. That's behind me right here. Jimmy Vogelsang, the boss clown on Ringling Brothers' Red Unit. And the August clown, the word August is spelled like the word August with a letter E on the end of it. It is a German word that means a silly person or a fool. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I get to be a fool. I am going to be the silly, goofy, trouble-making clown. Trust me, I keep my ringmaster over there on his toes. You know, my job is to make my audience laugh. And as a performer in the show, you see me every day. We see each other every day, and it's just routine, right? I don't give my ringmaster a break. He never knows what's coming at him, and you will see things. I don't know what's going to happen today, but trust me. Trust me. I am in this to make the ringmaster laugh too. And I keep him on his toes. Did I say I'm the troublemaking clown? They know it. They know it. The boss knows it. So, as an August clown, my makeup is different. I have 3 patches of clown white around my eyes and my mouth. And then around that you have the flesh tone, the pink. And then with dry Q-tips, I'm drawing away areas where I'm going to add my other colors. The August clown's wardrobe is also different. August clown's wardrobe is gaudy. It can be oversized or undersized. My pants that I'm wearing right now are extremely short, very, very large. They're the most comfortable pants I own. Your costuming can be oversized, undersized, oversized feathers, stripes, plaids, polka dots, everything all mixed together in one outfit. And then I give credit to my mother and said, yes, my mother dresses me like this. Mom gets a lot of credit. One of the most famous August clowns that I was fortunate to be able to work with, his name is Lou Jacobs.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the upper left-hand corner with the little dog on the palm of his hand. Lou worked with the Ringling Brothers Circus for over 60 years. I worked with him his last 8 years. I was fortunate to be able to work with Lou. And Lou not only wore his pants oversized and stuff like that, but he wore a dome on the top of his head to make his head taller. He even extended that, put a tiny little hat on top. He was a very, very large man. When he started in the circus, he was an acrobat and a contortionist, which means he could squeeze his body into small things like this barrel. As a clown, he created a small little car, tiny little car, that he squeezed himself down into. And he would drive into the circus ring with this tiny little car. And all these little people would be running around his car, trying to fill it with gas and wash the windshield. And they'd be like, you know. And then the door would open, and his big shoe would come out. And then he would step on out of the car with this great big clown out of this tiny little car. It was very, very impressive and very, very funny looking. Now, what I'm doing right now is adding my colors. There are many different ways to apply this clown makeup. Some clowns will use sponges and sponge it on. Some clowns will, like myself, use the fingers. And then now I'm using a makeup stick. This is like a crayon of makeup. And I'm filling in that area that I removed with dry Q-tips. Because it is going to be warm today. And I want this makeup in one thin layer. I don't want it to be gloppy and smeary. I'll fill that cheek in. Now I'm going to use one more thing, a paintbrush. This paintbrush or makeup brush will make the lines fine and neat, So again, the makeup will not look scary or creepy, because I don't want to scare you, okay? I'm not going to be like, not going to do that, okay? I'm going to outline my cheek, like this. So out of the 100 clowns, 80 of them were white faces, 15 of them were Auguste, the last 5% were character clowns. The character clown is traditionally the sad clown, the hobo, the bum. They have a makeup very similar to mine, the white and the flesh, and then around that they add a beard or a mustache. Most of them, their wardrobe is torn and tattered looking. The most famous ones would have been Emmett Kelly, Otto Griebling, Mark Anthony, Red Skelton, and even Jerry Lewis portrayed a character clown in one of his movies. Not all of them have to be sad. My friend Scott Linker here, now he's out in Las Vegas. In Madison Square Garden, we'd be working in the garden, and Scott would go around with his flashlight. He was an usher, and he would go around, he would take your tickets, he was all excited, he's gonna find your seats, and he would walk you all over the place. He could not find your seats, he was lost. And finally, when he did find your seats, he was so exhausted, he would sit down in your seats because he was tired. Well, then he would give you your seats, you'd sit in, and he'd sit in your lap because he was exhausted. That's the kind of thing that would happen with a character clown. Now, right now, this is the most favorite part of my clown makeup. I'm going to sock myself with a cotton sock. This is a white powder sock filled with baby powder, and I very, very lightly, you hold your breath, you close your eyes, and then you get a big surprise. Here I go. Lightly powder the makeup. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, yeah. Lightly powder.
Just a little bit.
Okay, so now this makeup is dry. I can touch this makeup, it won't come off my face all day long until I remove this makeup at the end of the day. A lot of times, I'm taking off the powder right now with a powder brush, and I smell like a baby's bottom. You smelled the baby's bottom before, right?
Yeah.
It's a good smell, right?
Yeah.
Now this makeup will not come off my face until I remove it at the end of the day. And a lot of times my audience will ask me, they'll actually say, how do you get that makeup off?
How do you get that makeup off?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. This is live entertainment today. We are going to expect you to yell, cheer, holler, scream. We are expecting you to have a lot of fun today.
Yeah!
Yeah! Woo! Okay, a lot of clowns, to take the makeup off, will use baby oil. And this beautiful face, at the end of the day, if I take baby oil and just smear it all over my face, turns my face purple. And then you take a makeup rag and you wipe it off. It's greasy, it's slimy. I don't like to use baby oil. Some clowns will go to cooking oil or olive oil. That works very well, but again, it's very, very greasy. Yuck. I don't like to use any oil. I like to just go in the shower at the end of the day. I wash my face with baby shampoo. Now, it tastes terrible. Keep your mouth closed. But baby shampoo takes it right off. I'll have a little bit of makeup left around my eyes, and my lip, my bottom lip, will still be on because I listen to my wife. It's a fact. It's true. Guys, I'm going to give you a little marital advice here. If your wife tells you, here's some lipstick, here it is, take this, put this on. Don't argue. Just do it, okay? Now, my wife knows what she's talking about. When I'm performing today, I get really hungry. So I eat my lunch, I play my trumpet, and this makeup comes off my lips. And so she gave me this red lipstick. I get it from Walgreens. And makeup will not come off at the end of the day. This is CoverGirl. It's easy, breezy, beautiful. It's CoverGirl. Now, this will not come off. So at the end of the day, if I forget, when I get out of the shower and I forget to take that lip off, and I get on my Harley and I start riding around town, people are like looking at me going like, that guy is cute. I'm like, oh no, I forgot to take off my makeup.
Oh.
Now there are a couple of reasons why clowns wear clown makeup. One, they want to look silly, okay? That's silly. Silly looking funny is good for a clown. I'm silly looking. For me, I've been doing this, I've been wearing clown makeup since 1974. My look like here has been since 1981 is when I developed this face in Railings Clown College. Someday, I want to be like Lou Jacobs, that after 60 years, he's the most famous, recognized clown in the world. And you're going to look at this face and you're going to say, that's Mr. Bill. He's funny. Now those are the words I'm hoping to hear from you today. When I get out of the circus today and you see me at the face painting, just come by, take a picture with me, it'll be great. But I'm trying to get a look that you're going to identify with in the future. I'll be on all the billboards. Well, I am. On all the television. Well, I am. On the brochures in front of you, both sides.
Later
and,
on.
well,
I'd love that very much.
the real reason clowns wear this makeup is to show expression. I'm highlighting that area that shows expression, my mouth. And it's going to show, like when I work at Circus, when I work at Madison Square Garden, the Superdome, or the tent in Japan, we had 7,000 seats. People up in the cheap seats, they can't hear me talking. And in Japan, they can't understand me. I'm like, arigato, you know, and that's all I could say. But, moichido, one more time. But they got to read, people got to read your facial expressions and your body language to tell if you're happy, if you're sad. If I'm angry, boys and girls, clowns, I will get angry, but not at my audience. Okay, not at my audience. But if I fall off the stage, or if I walk into a door, I'm not going to go, that was great. No way. I'm going to go ballistic. I'm going to go, ow! Oh! You know, I'm going to go crazy. So this face is going to show expression. So I'm going to outline those areas. My eyebrows. They go up and down and they show surprise. So I'm using a black grease pencil. This is old school clowning right here. The clowns in the old days would use Dixon China markers, what I'm using right now. This marker, this grease pencil I'm using, is a pencil that's used for marking glass and metal, for metalwork. Get it from an art supply store. I've used this one for the last 25 years. It keeps going and going like the Energizer Bunny. You just pull the string back, pull some wood off, and it goes for, it's been going the whole season. And I'm going to keep using it through my ski season in the winter. I'm going to see how low I can go. How low can you go? Okay, but I got my little grease pencil. If I use one from Walmart or Walgreens, they're really, really expensive. They melt in the heat. They only last a week and they smear. And I got to baby powder them because, well, they just don't, it just doesn't stick. And so, and I don't want it to look, I want it to look attractive. So that's that. Clowns in the old days didn't have glitter, but I'm adding glitter. New makeups have come along. And I want to be like a good fisherman. A fisherman will cast out a lure that'll attract a big fish. The big fish I'm looking for is cameras. Specifically, if I see a professional photographer out there, I'm kind of like a camera hog. And I'll go after any camera I see. Because the more people that take my picture and post my picture, the more famous I will become and rich. Well, I get paid weekly. Very weekly. I get paid. Oh. That's a joke. I just ran out of glue, so I'm going to use some new glue today. Glue? Yeah, I'm going to put some glue on my face. This is weird. Not crazy glue, okay?
Yeah, that would hurt.
This is eyelash adhesive. This is the same kind of glue that your moms and dads put on their eyelashes or false eyelashes at night when they run around the house. Okay? And I'm going to put some of that on this. All three of these clowns, the white face, the August, and the character, all have something in common. Boys and girls, what's this clown missing?
I know.
Nose.
You knows it.
You know.
It's not funny. Clowns have different kinds of noses. The white-faced clown, very often, all my friends over here, Chris Hooter, Frosty Little, Chris Shelton, Tuba on the bottom, they just take a little bit of red makeup, they paint their nose, put a little spot on, maybe outline it with black, powder it, done. Tammy Parrish right there, she went one extra step. She's called a grotesque white face. She puts accessories like this ball nose. It's very, very heavy with a line or a string. That holds it on her face. I don't like to use the line and the string ball nose because there's grabby children. They grab the nose and they pull it, and it's like a slingshot. It comes back and punches you in the face. I do not like to use the ball nose. I use a traditional rubber nose. I make this in a plaster mold. Here's one that I made the other day. And I pour liquid latex rubber in a plaster mold that I created. It dries in about 2 days. I take it out of the mold like this. That's the nose. I cut it out with a scissors. And then there's one that I'm getting ready to paint. I paint them with nail polish. I try to let them dry for about 2 days so I don't have that strong smell. Okay? And if you want to be a clown, we sell noses like this over in the gift shop. They're really, really cheap. They're really, really fun. But now I have 3 more things I'm going to add here really, really quick. I'm going to put some flashy little diamonds on my face. Green rhinestones. These little green rhinestones, they will shine and shimmer. It will flash and pick up the light, and it'll attract attention for those photographers that'll take my picture. Now, I'm sure I'm gonna be done early today. So at the end of this demonstration, I'm gonna allow you with your children, I will let the kids come on up on stage and take some photos. I'm gonna ask the photographers to stay down on the floor because I had somebody almost fall off the stage the other day. Taking pictures keeps backing up, backing up, backing up. I'm like, that's my job, cut it out. You know. But anyway, this here is the completed makeup. So now I am ready to finish up and get ready to go to the circus. Boys and girls, can you tell me, what's this clown missing?
Shoes.
I'm so glad you didn't say my pants. The other day I forgot my pants. Oh, that would be embarrassing. Clown shoes are made at a special clown shoe maker. They're made out of all leather. They're stuffed on the ends with horsehair. So they're very, very durable. And they're custom fit to my foot. So they're very, very comfortable. They're not uncomfortable to wear. I walk in them all day long. These are my pirate shoes, because today, we're all going to be pirates today. We're pirate themed today, which means, what's a pirate's favorite letter?
R.
Tis the C, matey, the C. Not a comedian. Okay? The clown shoes, I have my black ones. I have about 5 pairs of my dress shoes over there. These shoes cost, what this will do is it keeps all my long hair, my real hair, underneath the wig so you don't see my real hair. It also picks up all the perspiration, so it won't ruin my real hair. Okay? This hair from this wig comes from a yak. A yak is a small little animal, a little cow. They give it a haircut, they make a wig out of it, they dye it the color you like. I have been a natural redhead all my life. Now, I can wear my red wig most of the time. but I can have any color hair I want. I have a black wig, I have a yellow wig, I have any different style hair that I want. As a clown, I can wear any style hair. My wardrobe, I have my agent suit over here that you'll see me performing on Small Town Big Deal on the screen behind us all day. Come on in and catch that. By the way, it's air conditioned in here, okay? Come back at the end of the day and watch this. I can be a Boy Scout, I can be a baseball player, I can be a pirate, I can be anything I want to be. But my clown face always stays the same. This is the way you identify Mr. Bill. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this demonstration, this show this morning has been called Be a Clown, because today, my name is Mr. Bill. I get to be your circus clown. I'm going to see what time it is. Let's see here, 47, 49, 50. I'm 13 minutes early. I had to count on my fingers. You need 10 minutes to get out the doors, out the side, down the aisle, across the bridge, and into Kids World Circus in the Hippodrome, where your kids are going to perform for you this morning. But I have several minutes. I'm going to put some music on. I expect you to dance on the way out of here. But if you'd like to come on up the stairs and take pictures with me, the photographers, please stay down here. Let's have a great day at Circus World. Thank you for coming today, and let's have a great day. Thank you.